holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mond out of the shotgun. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Well, it's impossible to see the Raiders and Steelers in Pittsburgh and not think of our namesake, the late, great John Madden, and the Immaculate Reception game, which celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday. It was December 22nd, 1972. So this game, a nice little nod from the schedule makers, no doubt. And the Raiders have gotten a little bit of revenge in recent years. They've won 4 out of 5 and have a 17-13 all-time advantage in the series.
He gets this, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Always got some breathing room. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Let's go. Now a first down carry for Harris. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They run again with Harris.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Mon. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Dancing to his left. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Pickett will look to throw it here. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. The Steelers at 10 and 4 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play call.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn.
And it'll be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. On the move past the 40.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
17.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right now, the read option.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run the option left side. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fields this way up at the 17.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Off the play fake, Mon. And this one too low. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
21.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Mon.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 18. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
10 cycles.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Mon looks to throw.
This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Pickett sets up play action. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off play action, Pickett. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, if you have this defense on your fantasy football team, you are loving this right now. Their 2nd touchdown. We're only in the first half. Remember, they had the fumble return for 6 earlier, Charles, and here the INT return.
Yeah, and we're still in the first half of this game. This group, they've been awfully quick to capitalize on mistakes made by the offense, and that one they take to the house as well. Be careful with the football with them. They turn it around on you quickly.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
From the 27, Pickett. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
George Pickens.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Double 38.
And they go play action here.
Mon rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Mon now off of play action.
And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Pickett on 3rd and 1. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. He's going to have the first down and then some. Still going inside the 20.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Red, 52. Red, Cycles. Red, green.
Bond going to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Carlson is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. In motion right, here comes Johnson.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Harris running straight ahead. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An option handoff given to Harris. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. From the 31, Hahn. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Mon.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10. Mon escaping the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. Here we go.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Mon.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. Here's Johnson with a reception. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
It's complete to Watt. Touchdown! Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Out to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try and run with Harris. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put the